For FCDallas.com, I'm Bobby Rhine, here to preview FC Dallas as they prepare to travel to the nation's capital to take on DC United on Saturday. For DC United recently, they've been lining up in their 4-4-2 formation. A lot of the personnel that has been fulfilling that formation for head coach Ben Olsen, a familiar face in Dax McCarty. He's taken over the captain role for DC United. And up top, it's Charlie Davies. He's a man that's been in fine form since that horrific car crash back on October of 2009. So you look at FC Dallas, most recently it was a 2-1 home victory during that 1-hour rain delay on what was a wild night at Pizza Hut Park. So the 4-1-4-1 formation, a lot of the personnel stayed the same from that victory at Vancouver the week before. Eric Avila came in place for the injured David Ferreira. So when you look for FC Dallas and what they'll look to do on Saturday, the key to have success for FC Dallas is to have good forward movement. Most recently for DC United, it's been good forward movement of the opposition that has really wreaked havoc for the back line, that really has a little bit of youth and inexperience. So they're a team that's in search of leadership, and you'll see in a clip here at Houston most recently, it was good movement from Will Bruin. He runs off the shoulder of Jakovic. He's in behind, he's free and clear, and it's a good finish that puts Houston ahead 1-0 in that match. We spoke to Eric Avila about how important it would be for FC Dallas to have good forward movement.
Yeah, I think they're a young back line, and I think our forwards and the wide plays were quick and fast and love to go forward and attack. And I think that's going to help us a lot during the game.
I believe the second key to success for FC Dallas on Saturday when they take on DC United is to have good quality service. I thought in a match recently for DC United, it was the service of Brad Davis for Houston that really asked questions of that DC United backline. So can FC Dallas on Saturday look to do the same thing? And the story for DC United is the young, inexperienced backline that they have featured over the last several games. So anytime you have a backline such as that, you want to have pinpoint, accurate service so that you're really asking questions of their commitment and willingness to defend set pieces. So in a tight match, sometimes that can be a difference maker. We talked to Andrew Jacobson about how important quality service would be.
We do have some big guys and guys that can finish off set pieces and services. So I think it's a good way to utilize, their back four. They haven't played together a whole lot. They've had to mix and match a lot. So, it's definitely something we can take advantage of.
I believe the third key for FC Dallas on Saturday when they take on DC United will be for them to look to play quickly. And what I mean by that is not necessarily related to possession, but rather whenever there's a dead ball, can FC Dallas put it down fast and look to try to test the concentration of DC United? I thought recently you saw down in Houston in this clip, they take a quick throw in, it's a run of Cam Weaver, and he finishes off the play for the fourth goal of that match. So I think when you look at FC Dallas, can they this Saturday look to try to take a similar situation and approach into the game and ask questions of the concentration of DC United? We talked to Breck Shea about how important that would be.
And I think any game you can get an edge on another team, you should use it. So if we can get down and play, especially with our speed, get in behind and get a head start.
Well, FC Dallas has won 2 games in a row. On Saturday at RFK, they'll look to win their 3rd consecutive match. The game kicks off at 6:30 p.m., and you can tune in to TXA 21. Or for our Spanish listeners, you can tune in to 1270 a.m. La Voz del Pueblo with your host, Carlos Alvarado. Well, FC Dallas is climbing the Western Conference table. On Saturday, does that trend continue? For FCDallas.com, I'm Bobby Rhine.